The same settings that protect your privacy also protect the people in your contacts, your photos, and much more. And they make your battery last longer. They just work backwards. You turn things off to get protection. You've probably done this too. An app asks for permissions, you click allow in a hurry to get to the actual app. Or maybe not in a hurry, but to make sure the app works correctly. That's the ideal scenario, but not for you. It's ideal for data harvesting, allowing everything without thinking why. That's how Meta gets data. Like with the features that encourage uploading or processing your photos in the cloud. It's not illegal. You are giving your consent, but you really should not. And there are tons of examples like this. Apps often request more access than they truly need, but they do have that access because you never bothered to restrict them. The thing is, they work without those permissions. Obviously, some features might be restricted, but we're talking about features you might not even use or need. What? Do you actually think Instagram doesn't work without file or location permissions? It does, perfectly. You're probably now thinking that nobody cares about your data. Who cares you went to work, stopped at a Burger King on your way home, and maybe once every week you go to the corner store? Let's get something straight here. Nothing to hide assumes you get to decide what counts as incriminating. You don't. The person reading the data does, 5 years from now, in a context you can't predict. Still don't care. Boy, do I have some fun stuff for you. Number 1. That app that has access to your camera roll. If an app processes your photos, it could see when you made a screenshot of passwords, bank statements, or private messages. Plus, each image has metadata, photo location, timestamps. Fun. Number 2. Location always on. Where you live is part of the story. Who visited you, who you visited, where you went, how much you interacted. Companies can learn pretty much everything from your habits, like knowing how much you linger around a certain store. But of course, don't worry, nobody is going to use this for shady stuff. We are just building a better product for you, Bob. Number 3, all your contacts can end up on an ad network server because of that cool game you installed yesterday. And no, they don't need their individual permission. They have the name and phone number already from your contact list. Heck, maybe even their address and email. So their details can be used to build social graphs and improve targeting. You copied something and an app that already knows a lot about you just got some extra info. Heck, maybe even a password. And when they have a data breach, your account is compromised. And there are more, too many for one video. But back to you, or everyone, can do with their phones. Permissions. Permissions are one layer, not the whole defense. On this channel, we've talked about encrypting your DNS, VPNs, and we'll probably keep talking about those. But today we're going one layer up, the app itself, because none of the other layers help if the app you installed has permissions to read everything anyway. It's not that exciting, but what you need to do is audit permissions for each interesting thing: location tracking, contacts, files and folders, health, photos, calendars, reminders, camera, Bluetooth, microphone, motion, and so on. Ideally, go over everything. We're going over them in iOS and on Android. For iOS, you go to Settings, Privacy and Security, and then ideally, you go through everything. But at a minimum, I'd check location services, contacts, files and folders, photos, microphone and camera. And for location, note that you can even allow it only while using the app. So if you do want location for something, you don't have to leave it on always. And something similar is available for other stuff too. You can be selective with what you allow. Going over to Android, obviously menus will be different. I usually like to go to Settings, Apps, and in the corner where the 3 dots are, you can tap and go to Permission Manager. And just like on iOS, we can see who has what permissions. There's also a special access menu where you can see what apps can do more advanced stuff like all files access, changing system settings, and so on. Something to note here is that yes, over time things got more secure, somehow. We have those small notification lights when something uses the microphone or camera. We have stuff like Android putting unused apps to deep sleep and even revoking permissions. But I'm talking about the apps you do use, like for social media, or AI apps like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude. You can limit file access, so for example, You only allow that app access to those files you do want to upload. You might think it's excessive. It's not. This is a final guardrail in case you do snap that bank statement or a password or something personal. And yes, limiting an app like that means you will have to do 2 extra taps to select the photo twice when wanting to post something. You'll live. And I've also talked about battery. Yes, pointless notifications from apps that you never need notifications from can eat some battery. Data usage, then the screen lights up, maybe some sound, it all adds up. The big saving comes from location tracking. Overall, I've seen up to 15% more battery at the end of the day after being more mindful of app permissions. If you successfully audited your app permissions, congrats. Even if you allow stuff intentionally, it's good to know who uses what. It's your phone after all, and your data. What's next? We will go way too far for just one video, but the proper next steps will be to check your apps for privacy settings like data sharing that you didn't want to opt into, but they are checked on by default, or you accepted in a hurry. And maybe revisit permissions every few months, especially if you know you often try new apps. And obviously, always try to update your phone's software to the latest version. iOS and Android security updates really do update your security. In the end, your phone will do whatever you let it. The defaults aren't neutral. Nobody's coming to fix this for you. So here's the part worth remembering. Security isn't a product you buy. It's a series of small decisions you stop skipping.